Hello friends, welcome back to Automation with Ease. This is Tanshu, and today we are going to discuss about the explicit and the implicit weight in Selenium WebDriver. So before that, I would like to share something with you all. So this is our success story, and I'm very grateful and very thankful to you all, my viewers and subscribers, that I have reached 3.2k views, 141 plus subscribers, and 30k of watch time history in just 6 tutorials that I have posted so far. So it's great, and I would expect the same support from you people. So yeah, keep supporting me, and I'll try to put more and more stuff like this, whatever I have done so far. Yeah, so there's one more thing that I have created a group called Selenium Tutorials and Aid. So you can join this group, and you can share your you can post your questions, answers, and queries related to automation. You can also share the automation related materials or tutorials that you have. Okay, so now jumping back to our agenda. So yeah, so explicit and implicit weight, it's being used widely in Selenium WebDriver. So I will quickly brief you what is explicit and what is implicit weight in Selenium WebDriver. Explicit weight is it is, I would say, something it's the smarter and better choice than the implicit weight. Why? Because let's say if you are waiting for a particular element on DOM during the automation execution, then what happens if you're implementing the explicit weight, then uh, your whenever your element is loaded on DOM, it takes some time, right? So what happens if you're using the explicit weight? What it does is basically it waits for that element to be located on DOM. There are some conditions like until it is visible, or until it is located on DOM, and there is a threshold as well. So what it does basically, it waits for, let's say, 60 seconds. Either it waits for, let's say, your element is located on DOM, or it waits to a particular threshold that you have mentioned in in seconds, like you're mentioning it is 60 seconds or 120 seconds. So it will wait maximum of that particular threshold, and then the execution will terminate. So why it is better? Because in implicit wait, what happens is, once you mention the time unit, let's say if you're implementing the implicit wait, and you have if your element is located on DOM, it will, regardless, it will wait those for those seconds, or the time unit that you have provided. Let's say you have said that I'll wait for 60 seconds for each element, and I'm implementing implicit wait for each element. So what happens is, it will, even if your element is located on DOM, it will wait for that particular time, and then it will move on to the next element. On the other hand, explicit wait, either it waits for the element to be located, and then as soon as your element is located, it will move on to the next element, or to the next the step of the execution, or otherwise it will wait maximum of 60 seconds. Okay, so that is why it is the better choice, because you don't have to necessarily wait for the time unit that you have mentioned for each step, right? Or for locating each of the elements that you have in your test script. On the other hand, implicit wait will necessarily wait for that time unit that you have declared, and then only it will move on to the the next step. So I have one example that I could think of. It might be closer to the concept that I want to explain in here. So it's a bit funny though, yeah, but let's see if I'm able to explain you in this way. So what I have done is, explicit wait is something I have compared it with the waiting pattern of roller coaster. So why roller coaster is because, let's say if you're going for a ride on a roller coaster. Okay, so what happens is you're like whenever the ride starts, there is a particular time or a threshold time, let's say for 5 minutes. Okay, so the guy who is who is attending you over there, either the guy will wait for maximum of 5 minutes, or when all the seats for roller coaster is it's full. Okay, so maximum of 5 minutes it can wait, or it can also start the ride even before that if all the seats are filled in. Okay, so that is why the explicit wait, it does the same thing. Either it waits for maximum of whatever, let's say 60 seconds, or if the element is located, then it move on to the next element, right? On the other hand, if you compare, if you take the example of implicit wait, what it does is, I have compared it with the waiting time of, let's say, whenever you're taking a flight to somewhere. Okay, so what they follow is, all the airways, what they follow is, no matter what the passengers are boarded or not, they will wait until that time, whenever let's say for whatever time they have scheduled the flight to be take off, it will take off on that time only. Okay, so no matter if the passengers are boarded or not, the time is fixed. Even you have boarded or you have missed, it doesn't matter, right? It will take off on the particular or the scheduled time, right? So I know it's kind of like there is something I could think of. You can compare it, so that you can better understand the concept of explicit and implicit wait. Okay, so we will move on to the actual execution. So how I have implemented the explicit and implicit wait is, so I have created two methods in here for explicit wait and implicit wait. To understand this framework, you can go to my tutorial here that I've created earlier. I've paused it, yeah. So BDD cucumber palm maven, something like that I have created. So this video contains the creation of this framework. Okay, so there is a package page factory wherein I have created these two methods. Okay, so this is explicit wait and this is implicit wait. Okay, so the syntax is like, so I'm taking the argument as even my method type is by, and the argument that is I'm going to pass from the calling method is going to be of type by. Okay, so here I have created an object of WebDriver wait, and I have passed on the reference of WebDriver. Okay, and the time unit that I have mentioned is 60 seconds. So if you remove this, you will understand. If I remove this, wait, press control space. Okay, so you'll see it is in seconds or milliseconds. So I have taken in seconds. Okay, so let's choose this and then timeout in seconds, so 60 seconds. Okay, and I have created a variable of type web element and this object wait, and then it provides you these methods. So wait until expected conditions dot visibility of element located. On element is going to be our locator, right, which we are going to pass from our let's say from our step definition or maybe from the action class. Okay, so you can check out here as well. If I remove it, there are a number of methods that you can implement in here. Okay, if you go to the end, see, you can implement it for web element of type, if you have uh, like multiple elements performing an operation on multiple elements, then you can take this one, you can take it as a list and then you can perform the operations, so and so forth. Yeah, so what I'm taking here is visibility of element, right? So simply press Ctrl Z. Yeah, visibility of element located, and whatever is coming from the calling method, it will pass on to here. Okay, and we are returning LOC, which is our locator. Okay, so this was the syntax for explicit wait. This is the syntax of implicit wait. You don't need any argument in here because I'm going to simply call this method, and what it will do is basically, so this is the syntax: driver dot manage dot timeouts dot implicitly wait. Okay, so again you can check out here, Control K. So it will call for two arguments. Okay, the time unit, and the other argument was this time unit here in seconds, and how much seconds. Okay, so this could be in seconds, or this could be in days, hours, microseconds, milliseconds, whatever you want. Okay, so basically I'm following the seconds time unit. Okay, so 30 seconds it will wait. Now we are implementing. Okay, so the application is again the Salesforce, because I could find the best example to explain here. So basically when you're logging in Salesforce, right, so for authentication purpose it sends you the one-time password. Okay, so when it sends, then you have to wait for, I will have to manually from my mobile, I will have to manually put the verification code in there. I'll show you now. Instead I'll show you. Okay, so how we will implement this? So I have already written a code. Basically we have implemented something else in our previous tutorial in Cucumber Selenium, but here what I have done is basically I have I'm going to pass the username. So I have created a username in this class, and a password I have put in this class. Okay, and this is the locator for username, this is the locator for password, and this is the locator for login button in Salesforce. I'll show you. Okay, so let's execute this as a Cucumber feature. Okay, so if you want to understand how this works, is you can go to my previous tutorial that I showed you earlier in this video. Okay, so I'll run it as a Cucumber feature. Let's see what happens. So I have not implemented any of the wait so far. So see what are the implications of not implementing the wait in WebDriver, Selenium WebDriver. Okay, so it has opened it. So I'll show you as soon as it sends the verification code, right? And then our program will fail because it won't find the next element that it is looking for. So it is logging into Salesforce. So it is going to put the username and password and click on the login button. And then I'm expecting it to fail because that is not something, I have not put any wait, and I have not I have not mentioned the element, that the window which is coming next to this. So keep watching in here. Okay, so it has logged in. See, verify your identity. So I have received the verification code, but in the meantime it has failed because it was trying to find this element, but then this window never came in between. I have not put any wait in here. So if I want to physically enter verification code, though we can automate this step as well, we cannot literally automate this, but we can handle this in the Salesforce itself, like whitelisting this IP so that it won't ask for the verification code again and again. But just to explain this concept, I have taken this in consideration, that sending the verification code. So let's say firstly I will put the implicit wait in here. Okay, So you can use implicit wait, but where you exactly know that you actually need implicit wait, but that is rarely used. But I'm just trying to explain you how it works, so that is why I'm going to put the sorry, this class. Okay, and it is in page factory. So page factory dot implicitly wait for 30 seconds. So what I will do is it will send the verification code, and then within 30 seconds I'm going to put it manually. Okay, so let's close this. I'll keep my mobile ready so that as soon as I receive this I'll put it, and then we can move further. There could again be some failures because the components are dynamic in Salesforce and it takes time to load the elements, so it might fail later as well. So wherein we are going to handle with the explicit wait. So let's just understand this one for now. So it's again going to do the same thing, but what I'm expecting is that verification code sent, it hasn't failed yet. Okay, I've received the verification code. So the code is 68323. See, it was literally waiting. It could have waited for 30 seconds in total, then it would have failed, but it hasn't failed yet. Okay, because I put the implicit wait. Now whatever the automation, whatever the implementation that I have done, it is doing it. So it has failed, right? It has failed for some reason. Stale element reference. Basically this also happens when we don't have wait. The best way to handle the stale element reference is the fluent wait, which is the recent concept in wait, but I'm not going to implement the fluent wait in this session. Maybe in later session I will try to cover this. Okay, so but for now, coming back to the explicit wait. Okay, so instead of this I'll simply comment this part now. Okay, I don't want this. What I'm gonna do is, let's pick from the page factory. Okay, let's pick the explicit wait. Coming back here, so this is nothing but our whole element, right? I have put my locators in element locator underscore tools QA. This comes under, okay, so this is nothing but the argument that we are passing to this method, right? This is nothing but our LOC. If you observe this LOC, our locator, what we are passing is from here, this whole chunk, right? And where I have mentioned it in element locator. So if you click control, press in here. Okay, so this username is inside the element locators. That is why it is element locators underscore tools QA dot, sorry, this is the class, this was the package, so this is the class dot this one. Okay, that variable. Now this error is because I need to mention the page factory dot, basically this belongs to our page factory again, the explicit wait. We have implemented the explicit wait in page factory. So let's put it for all the elements now. Okay, I'll solve the errors later. Click method, explicit wait, explicit wait, explicit wait here. Now all we need to do is close in the braces and then it should be okay. Right, let's save it. This error is for page factory video element page factory dot explicit wait get assert text. Okay, so this was another method. I'm not able to press the control in here. Get assert text value. Okay, so there might be issues with syntax error to complete the expression. One more, so it need one more. Yes, okay, so we're fine. Okay, I guess this method you might be confused because this might not be there in my previous Cucumber tutorial. You can probably go to my XPath second tutorial which I shared in my channel. Okay, so this method I have used in my XPath advanced handling of XPath tutorial. Okay, so we have put the explicit wait for everything now. I have ruled out this one. Okay, let's remove it. Now see what happens. I'll close this first. Not here, coming back here. Run as Cucumber feature. I'm just hoping that it should work now. Yeah, the verification code will anyways come to me, that I'll put it manually because I have not whitelisted it yet. So verification code, I haven't received it yet. The time unit is 60 seconds. It is going to terminate in 60 seconds. Oh god, I haven't received the verification code so far. Yes, it's there now. 76418. Even our explicit wait that we have implemented, it is wait maximum of 60 seconds, right? That we have declared. So looks like it's working, but just clicked on something else. I wasn't expecting it. Don't know what went wrong. Should have clicked in here. Yeah. Now let's see if it is working. It's working. We'll go to detail tab and assert the values. Just done. Closing the browser. Done. Okay, so it has passed. So basically you can see that, you know, even we face the stale element, but just by putting the explicit wait itself we could handle the stale element as well, because otherwise if in multiple occurrences of stale element we might need to follow the fluent wait or create some, you know, customized methods to handle to refresh the page and handle the wait. But I guess objective is done here to understand the explicit and the implicit wait. Okay, so according to your application you can implement the explicit and the implicit wait. You can go back to the video and check like how I have implemented it. What is the implementation, right? And one more thing in this tutorial I wanted to share. In earlier we haven't used this action class. So if you observe that, you know, in this step definition, if you have multiple scenarios in here and you are going to write everything in the step definition file, it will actually create a lot of the steps, the line of codes in here. So that is why what I have done earlier is, so what I want to show you is the use of the action class. Let's just cut all of this, go to the action class. I have already created a class in here, okay, called as sfdc actions. Okay, so paste all the methods in here. So instead of putting in my step definition, I will simply call this method from actions. Okay, I should have covered this in my Cucumber tutorial, but then I didn't cover it in there. So here I'm covering it, and probably in my next session also in the Cucumber runner class I'll probably cover this in there as well. Okay guys, so just I think we should conclude it for now. So you can post your comments and your questions in comments as well as in this group. Okay, so whatever queries you have, you can post it in this group as well. Okay, so thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Share my video, subscribe if you haven't yet, and also press on the bell icon so that you will get notifications when I'm putting my next stuff. Thanks for watching.